Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth, and that's for teaching this truth. And as always, I want to give much peace, love, and salutation to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that's pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamoff, the Great Millstone Dallas Camp, coming back today with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson today will be edifying. And I wanted to do a quick lesson just on current events that are happening in the world right now. And as you know, in the latest news, you had this cargo ship that actually ran into a bridge in Baltimore, and I forgot what the bridge is named. It's named after the guy that made the Star Spangled Banner. As a matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Maryland Bridge News. Let's do it like this. Francis Scott Key, and that's the guy that actually made the song "The Star Spangled Banner." And pretty much what's going on, what happened last night is the fact that this tanker, pretty much ran into this bridge, okay, and caused this whole bridge to collapse. And with the individual who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, this bridge being named after him, and you see this bridge collapsing, all right, that's letting you know, all right, that this is a fall of a society. This is the fall and the crumble of an empire. Okay, because the Star Spangled Banner is known for its patriotic, the patriotic stance of America and how America is this strong, mighty nation and this, that, and the third. But here it is, this bridge just collapsed. Now, could this have been an inside job? Is soon to be seen. But if any of these ships, go off a degree, they should have an aviation crew, flying out there, what I mean, other boats going out there to see what's going on, but so with this ship, I rather say, just running smack dab into a bridge that actually controls, it's actually one of the largest harbors for American automotive vehicles. This was definitely an inside job, and the first thing and that's what I believe, I rather say. But and also too, when they want to cut off access to a city, they destroy bridges, and they showed you that in the movie I Am Legend. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices when it comes to what's going on. You have these terrorist attacks that are taking place across the country, pretty much within the country. And then, and also too, in other countries like Russia, they just dealt with a mass attack that took place. France, they're pretty much in stage 3 of their highest level of terror. And then you have this, going on there, and they could easily spin this and say that this was a cyber attack or an EMP attack. So, the world right now is in a state of fear. And this is exactly what the elites want. They want people in a constant state of fear so that they can ultimately push forth their enterprise. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, he's going to stop them in the midst of their enterprise. Let's get Psalm 64 and 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And these snares that they lay are these traps that they set. You see? And they'll do these FFs, these false Fs, all right, to get the people's minds encapsulated into the news, and also too, these things are set up as distractions. But these people that are really dying in these events, that's nothing to these elites. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. You see? And it's deep in wickedness. Okay? Now, while you had these things happening, last night was actually a lunar eclipse last night. Okay? So there's a lot of activity going on in the heavens. You had a lunar eclipse that took place last night. You have the solar eclipse that is taking place that's going to be taking place in April the 8th. You also have the devil comet, or the devil's comet, whatever the hell they call it. You know, this comet that's supposed to be passing by too. You know, and you know, brothers were sending videos in the chat yesterday of multiple chariot sightings. So it was definitely a very, very highly active. It was very, very highly active in the heavens, if you will, yesterday. And these things that are happening that we see in the heavens are signs for us to understand and know that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is speaking. Okay? So it says, within the past few days, and this is from endoftheamericandream.com, 3 very unusual things that are happening in the heavens right now. Within the past few days, so much has been happening in the heavens. There has been an enormous, oh, that's another thing. There was a geomagnetic storm yesterday too. Or I'm sorry, that happened on Sunday. You know, and what with geomagnetic storms, it can cause like internet outages. We've been dealing with a lot of phone outages when it comes to these phones, when it comes to these service providers. Okay, it says there has been an enormous geomagnetic storm that has caused a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field. A comet that only comes around once every 71 years is racing through the inner solar system, and a lunar eclipse just painted the sky red over much of the planet. And of course, we are just a couple of weeks away from the great American eclipse of 2024. And I will have much more to say about that eclipse as it draws closer. But in this article, I want to focus on three very unusual things, all right, that are happening in the heavens right now. One, a massive geomagnetic storm hit the Earth on Sunday. And with these geomagnetic storms, it can knock off power grids, it can knock off GPS systems, phone systems, the internet, you know. It says the good news is that the storm was not strong enough to damage our power grids, but it did create a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field. And CBS News is reporting that we should keep a close eye on the sun because more X-class flares are possible through Wednesday. Now, could there have been a solar flare that happened last night that could have caused this ship's, you know, GPS systems to go off and, you know, cause power outages and things of that nature? As we've seen in the video, the ship's lights was turning off and then turning back on and turning off. Who knows? That's soon to be seen. You know, but at the end of the day, it's the working of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. The scripture says that that he works, that he rules within the kingdom of men. You know, the scripture says, I form the light and create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I the Lord do all these things. And you could call that evil. You know, it was a bad time for anybody that was on that bridge, man. You know, if for anybody that was on that bridge, you know, it was judgment. Okay. Number 2, the devil comet continues to race through the solar system and could soon be visible to the naked eye. All right, I gotta actually pause. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, Salakia for that. You know what I'm saying? Salakia for that. But you know, just going back on the point. You know, while these people are motivated by fear, you know, fear of the unknown, you know, fear of what's to come. Because you definitely feel and see when it comes to these everyday, you know, these everyday Babylonians. Okay, you clearly see that they understand and know that something is going on, you know, but they don't want to acknowledge it. You know, they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they see that something is getting ready to happen. You know, with this whole solar eclipse that's going to take place. You know, they're telling people that that pretty much the FAA, which is I want to say that the FAA is short for like the Federal Aviation Agency or something like that. Pretty much, you know, that dictates and deals with flights going to and from for particular places. You know, they're giving travel advisory warnings. You know, for April the 8th. You know, schools are closing down. You know, all these things are happening. They're advising people to, you know, stock up on 2 weeks worth of groceries and water and gasoline. So you got to ask yourself, like, what are they doing? You know, like, what are they getting ready to do? You know, what's getting ready to happen? You know, but while like I said, while these people are you know, worried, you know, we, you know, that have been blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, we have been given an insight to see. This is Psalms 27 and verse 5. It says, "For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion." All right, and the pavilion is like a pavilion's like a covering. You know, like for example, if you go to a like a park or for whatever the case may be, they may have a pavilion that you can go up under. You know, if it starts raining or for shade. You know, so Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, he's going to be our pavilion. Okay, he's going to be our high tower. Scripture says that the name of the Lord is a high tower, and the righteous runs into it and is safe. But these people that don't have Yahweh Bashem Al Shai on their side, and they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and they're just walking around aimlessly, still trying to live in this you know, this utopia, which ain't even, you know, which really isn't even real. They're going to be caught completely off guard. You know, I'm still at work. I'm on my lunch break, but you know, I was at work, you know, and nobody even knows about this whole bridge collapse in Maryland. I'm talking about nobody knows about it. You know, they're like, a bridge collapse, you know, a bridge collapse. So these people have no idea what the hell is going on. Okay, so it says, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. And that rock is talking about Yahweh Shai. He is that rock. All right, and that's you can allude that to Matthew, the 7th chapter. All right, going into towards the last couple verses, beginning I want to say like verse 21, or 20 and 21. All right, and like I said, I don't know, you know, I don't have like really any, you know, exact precepts. I'm just kind of just going in the spirit. You know what I mean? This is number 2. It says, the devil comet continues to race through the solar system and could soon be visible to the naked eye, and these are signs in the heavens. Okay, that there will, you know, the Yahweh Shai mentioned it whenever you read in Luke, the 21st chapter. All right, that there will be you know, signs in the heavens, and it will be distress. It will be distress of nations upon the planet Earth. All right, let's get that real quick. This is Luke 21 and 25. It says, and there shall be signs. Well, I actually like to start at verse 24. All right, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And this is talking about, all right, the Israelites particularly. All right, the southern kingdom that was within the land of Israel during the fall of Jerusalem in 70, you know, in 70 AD. Now, both the northern and the southern kingdom, all right, were scattered. Okay, but this is mainly talking about the southern kingdom, and you can link this up to Revelation, the 12th chapter. It says, in Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Now, mind you, Jerusalem's a people before a place. So it says, Jerusalem shall be trodden down amongst the Gentiles. Okay? And the Gentiles is talking about the different heathen nations. All right? These different heathen nations that are that have us in captivity. Okay? As well, all right, as well as our land being trodden down too. Okay, so it says Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we're at the time, all right, where the times of the Gentiles are being fulfilled, when the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is getting ready to he's getting ready to act and pretty much bring vengeance upon our enemies, as he promised that he would do. Okay, that's what's getting ready to happen. It's vengeance. It's getting ready to take place. So as the vengeance gets ready to happen, okay, 1 second here, turn this down a little bit. All right, it says verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Okay, we just had a lunar eclipse that just happened literally last night. Okay, there's going to be a solar eclipse that's going to happen. Okay, which the solar eclipse happens during the new moon. Okay, and the lunar eclipse happens during the full moon. Okay, it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations. All right, let's just get this word distress. All right, let's get this word distress real quick. That word distress is sunache or sunoche. All right, which that word distress is metaphorically straits. Distress, and straits is a position, you know, that word straight spelled S-T-R-A-I-T-S is a position of difficulty. Okay, distress or anguish. You see, because all these different nations are about to be put in a position of anguish whenever this whole new system gets put online. You know, when the dollar crashes, because when the dollar crashes, that's going to be it for everybody. You know, all these different nations is going to fail. When America falls, all the rest of these different nations is going to fall too. All right. But there's already distress of nations going on with these, you know, this fear of all these T attacks happening, you know. These talks about grid outage, grid outages. You know, here in America, man, you had Kamala Harris that went down to like Puerto Rico, and they had these nations that was, I'm sorry, these people that was, they was singing this song, and Kamala Harris over there clapping and clapping along to the song. But here it is in the song, they was over there pretty much making a mockery of her, and she didn't even know. I mean, you look at Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying? Look at the state of America, man. This place is definitely ripe for the pickings, and these people are ripe for the pickings too. The scriptures talk about how the harvest is ripe, for the angels to get ready to reap. Okay? And it says, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. Okay, when you get that word perplexity, it goes into a lack of resources. Perplexity means confusion, but what causes people to really be in a confused state is the fact that they can't get goods and services and resources the way that they normally could. Okay? It says the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You see that? Men's hearts failing them for fear, man. And the things that are getting ready to come upon the planet Earth, because what's getting ready to come upon the planet Earth here, specifically in America, Babylon the Great, is nothing more than just complete turmoil and chaos, man. That's what's getting ready to be set up, man. All this whole migrant issue that's taking place, where you got these people just crossing the border, just unchecked. It's really a controlled demolition. But when we see these things happening in the heavens, these are signs for us to understand and know that it's the Lord pretty much speaking to us, letting us know that something big is getting ready to happen. Mind you, this lunar eclipse just took place right after the Passover. We're still in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's still a very, very highly spiritual time that we're in right now, full of a very, very high spirit, very, very highly spiritual activity going on. Okay, we're still in the Feast of Unleavened Bread right now, man. Okay, that's just not no low-level little thing, man. Okay, when you read the book of Genesis, it tells you, that the sun and the moon was made for signs, for times and for seasons, man. They just not up there just to be, of course they are bodies, and they are bodies in the heaven that are, there are bodies in the celestial bodies in the heavens that are beautiful to look upon, but they're not just there for no reason. Everything has its reasons. So now you got this devil comet that's going to be passing through the heavens at the same time too. And it just gives you the here in this article here, it'll just give you the description of the devil comet, the size of it and things of that nature. And it comes every 71 years, and 7 is a number of completion. And it makes you think about 7 plus 1 is 8, and it's like the eternity. You know what I'm saying? So and then number 3, it says a lunar eclipse painted the sky red over much of the planet on Monday, and that's what we was just going into. Okay. Oh yeah, and the so-called the small hatters. The 1948ers are actually, they're celebrating Purim. Which is the fall. Pretty much Purim was like the fall of Haman. Whenever you read the book of Esther, Mordecai and Esther, which her real name, her Hebrew name was Hadassah. All right, pretty much when Haman tried to hang Jake on the gallows, it pretty much fell back on him. And that's what's getting ready to happen to Haman, man. Esau, Edom. Okay, Esau's getting ready to be put down, man. Okay, the scripture says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, and that's what's getting ready to happen soon, man. So I just want to do this quick lesson. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Like I said, it was to the point. It was kind of all over the place, but it'd be like that sometimes in the spirit. Once again, I pray that it was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and that's still teaching his truth. And as always, I'm going to give much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.